Are relationships outside of marriage fate or calamity? No matter whether it is a man or a woman, no matter how great the disappointment in marriage is, it should not be a reason for cheating. Because this is not only disrespectful to your partner, but also disrespectful to yourself. Some time ago, a girl from a university in Xi'an was accused of cheating by her boyfriend in a 63-page PPT, which became a hot topic on social networks. The man who posted the PPT claimed that they started dating at the end of 2002, but in the past year, the girl had cheated on her with 2 ex-boyfriends. The man believed that his girlfriend's cheating had seriously hurt his feelings. Coincidentally, in April 2021, there was also the incident of a female internet celebrity was accused by her CEO boyfriend in a 65-page PPT. The man claimed to have discovered that his girlfriend, an internet celebrity, suddenly married someone else, caused a scene at the engagement scene, and was eventually detained by the police for 6 days. Although we can understand their inner anger, such actions are undoubtedly resorting to emotional disputes, to exposure trials. Although they vent their emotions, it invades other people's privacy and violates national laws, which is not advisable. Whether it is ordinary people or public figures, cheating incidents are common. In some people's stereotype, most cheaters are men, but in fact, more and more women are cheating. What you can't get within marriage, you can get back outside marriage. Pan Suming, the father of the sociology of sexuality in China, was interviewed by a reporter from People in 2017 and was asked, "In your research, how has the sexuality of Chinese women changed over the past 30 years?" His answer was surprising. The proportion of extramarital affairs in China is increasing for both men and women. In particular, the rate of extramarital affairs among wives is the highest in the world. About 1 in every 3 husbands and every 7.5 wives in China has had an affair. There are many reasons for cheating. In addition to moral issues, there are also some women who do not have such thoughts in marriage, but go astray due to various reasons. There is such a saying, many husbands just treat their wives like a refrigerator, thinking that as long as they open the door, there will be food available at any time. It's obviously inconvenient if it's broken, but they never take care of it. Many women in marriage are as busy as a spinning top all day long, being filial to their parents-in-law, taking care of their children, and taking care of large and small housework. And some men take it for granted, neither thanking her for her efforts, nor knowing how to express concern, let alone creating a little romance and surprises for the marriage. Every day is nothing new, just boring day after day. Women are guarding an increasingly cold home, unnoticed and ununderstood, and their emotional needs are completely unsatisfied. When life becomes increasingly bleak, she suddenly meets someone who greets her with warmth and care. Women are like a pile of forgotten firewood which is ignited with a pop. It was a long-lost feeling of being taken seriously, and what you said was taken seriously, and your needs were taken seriously and remembered. When a lover looks at her affectionately, a woman will often believe that in the eyes of the other person, she is beautiful, needed, and loved. This feeling is often hard to resist. Women who stay at home full-time are more likely to cheat because they lack financial resources, their value is always underestimated, and their contributions are always ignored. As for men, as their work progresses and their experience increases, they will inevitably develop a sense of superiority and gradually lose patience and respect for their wives. Men will bring negative emotions to their homes because of high work pressure, and women will not dare to raise their emotional needs even if they have emotional needs because of their low self-esteem. The two people are increasingly unable to find a common language, and their relationship is becoming increasingly unequal. Loneliness and loss make a woman's heart drift away. I am more and more eager to find a window in the closed and gloomy marriage, even if there is a trace of wind that can penetrate. This makes it easy for women to be attracted to men outside of marriage. They want to quit, but are unable to, and even fall deeper into the trap. In the end, what you can't get within marriage can be found outside marriage. The pain of extramarital affairs is far greater than the joy. Austrian writer Stefan Zweig wrote in The Beheaded Queen, "All the gifts of fate have already been secretly marked with a price." Some women have never thought about being a mistress, nor are they so greedy for material things, but they accidentally go astray. In the Hong Kong drama Houseless Man and Woman, the rich and powerful Gao Hongzhan falls in love with the kind and simple Quan Jiali. Even though he has a family and the other person has a boyfriend, he still uses all means to get close to him. For her, he bought the promotion company she worked for. For her, he invited her favorite celebrities to do advertisements. For her, he privately spent money to deal with European customers. For her second brother. Under the guidance of others, Jiali understood Gao Hongzhen's good intentions. She sadly discovered that with her ability, she could not repay the other person's kindness at all, and her feelings were even more difficult to repay. Until later, because she cared more and more about Gao Hongzhen, she fell into self-doubt and was taken advantage of by him, which eventually led to her doing something wrong. Every woman longs to be seen, cared for, appreciated, and cherished. It's hard not to be moved by the tender and affectionate love. But indulging in temporary excitement and pleasure will make you tortured by inner regret and condemnation over and over again in the days to come, and make you become the most disgusted and hated type of person in the past. When Gao Hongzhen wanted to take Guanjiali to get married in Dubai and give her a status, Guanjiali slapped him and shouted to him, "We're done, Gao Hongzhen, wake up. I'm already awake. It's time for you to wake up too." In the final analysis, no matter how many excuses we give ourselves, we cannot hide the essence of cheating, because it is a betrayal of the marriage contract, a betrayal of moral ideals, and an abandonment of self-restraint. And going hand in hand with indulgent desires is always inner criticism. Whether it is a man or a woman, no matter how great the disappointment in marriage is, it should not be a reason for cheating. Because this is not only disrespectful to your partner, but also disrespectful to yourself. Do we want to be together? If we like it? When you fall into a relationship, you will be jealous, suspicious, worried about gains and losses, and have random thoughts. The more you love someone, the more you want to completely possess them, and possessiveness without identity is often more terrifying. The pain that an extramarital affair brings to you is far greater than the short-lived happiness. But the inner suffering will continue to accumulate over time, making you miserable and beyond redemption. This is jumping from one fire pit into another fire pit. Some people say that true love makes you break your bottom line and principles, makes you disregard everything, and becomes your preference and exception. If you are still single in middle age, then meeting true love is definitely a gift from God. But if you have a family and are responsible for family and parenthood, that is another matter. To be together at all costs is not true love, but disaster. But when you walk on the tightrope, you will inevitably fall into the abyss one day. No marriage is perfect. Instead of irresponsibly jumping into the romance and infatuation of an extramarital affair, it is better to wait until you have really tried your best in the marriage and thought clearly before making the best decision and taking responsibility for your own life. I hope everyone has the ability to protect themselves from being hurt or hurting themselves.